Today's Ask Dr. Mike segment, we're asking questions like many of you about illnesses that can be passed from pets to people. The question comes up after an infection that started at a pet store is spreading to more people. The outbreak was traced back to puppies sold at Petland stores beginning back in 2015. Now 55 people in 12 states, including Pennsylvania, are sick. While some strands are drug resistant, most patients can recover on their own. Veterinarian Dr. Mike Hutchinson of Animal General in Cranberry is here with more on how to tell if a pet you may want to adopt may be sick and how you can prevent that, how you can prevent the worry. A lot to think about when it comes to this topic.
Sure.
How do these things get from pet to person?
Well, it's actually quite easy. So there's a lot of diseases that a lot of people have heard about, like salmonella and E. coli and things like that, that you hear about food poisoning, but we could technically get that from our pet, not just the food, if we're handling their feces or we're handling their excrement or if they're vomiting and we're cleaning up.
Right.
So we have to be very, very careful. But in a pet store, Campylobacter was the bacteria. It's a bacterial disease similar to salmonella. It lives in the intestine, and it can cause diarrhea, it can cause vomiting, or it can cause nothing. So they can have it and we don't know it. And that's probably how it got passed, because nobody goes and buys a sick animal.
Right.
You're not going to buy that animal. So they get a healthy animal, or an apparently healthy animal, that is harboring this bacteria. And it just happened that that one is a bad one. It's a bad bug. And it got out into the population. Some of those 55 people never were exposed to a puppy or never exposed to a Petland store. A lot of them were, but some of them weren't. And the reason the CDC was able to trace it back is because now today we have great technology with DNA and things like that, so they can trace it back. But I think the important take home here is not to be afraid of our pets, certainly, because they all carry these diseases that we could pick up and contract from them. Is just that we have to stay clean. We have to keep washing. We have to be vigilant. And it's just like everything else. You hear about the schoolyard cold. We have our kids go to school when the cold's going on and they can get it and come home and get sick. So we want to do our best to help them stay clean and healthy. And washing hands. I mean, I learned it when I was a little kid over and over and over. It's still the best lesson for our children and for us too.
Absolutely. And like you said, from people to people illnesses and then pet to people illnesses. How unusual are these outbreaks, or are they fairly common?
Well, this one is unusual because it was traced back, and 55 people across the United States are being found to have the same strain of that Campylobacter. So that's unusual. And anytime you hear there's resistant infections, we're hearing more and more about that because these superbugs are becoming more prevalent. That's always a concern, and so we should watch it. And the CDC is doing a fantastic job on this one. So I'm glad that they're keeping tracks of this. None of those people died, thank goodness. Most of the time, your own immune system will get you better, and that's the good news about it. So although it's a concern, I don't think it's overly concerning.
What are some of the symptoms that go with this one?
Mostly diarrhea, fever, vomiting in some cases, and sometimes these people are getting ill enough to go to the hospital and need fluids because they're losing fluids. So.
And if you're considering going and getting a dog, what signs should you be looking for to know you're getting a healthy pet?
And I think that's the great question right there. If I'm going into a pet store, and I love going into pet stores and handling the puppies just like everybody else does, and they have stations where you can clean up, and that's what we should do. But you just make sure that their stools look normal, that they're eating and drinking, that they're acting like a puppy, that they're alert and playful like a healthy puppy should be. If they're kind of tired and sleeping and staying off, or if you see diarrhea in the area, that'd be something that would be a warning sign where you wouldn't get that puppy. I will say that these pet stores are doing a good job. They really are. Petland, I used to do work for some of the Petland stores. One was in Cranberry, and they had veterinarians come in and examine their puppies before they even put them for sale. So I think they're doing a good job. I think this is unfortunate, and I don't think it's specifically Petland.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, the shelters are not immune to this. They've had their fair share of outbreaks.
This is a pet thing, and it's been around for the ages, and we just have to be clean, and we have to do our best.
All right, and I also want to ask you about rabies, because we're seeing a big uptick in that.
We are, and the state veterinarian had sent me a notice that we had some in Butler County, where I live, and a cat and kittens, and people were playing with the kittens, and all of a sudden they started showing odd signs, and the veterinarian recognized it, and they found out they had rabies, and all of those people had to get vaccinated or start the vaccine process. So it's important to realize that we have it in Pennsylvania. It's very, very prevalent, and we should be very careful, especially if we're feeding animals outdoors, feral cats and things like that. Don't put it on your porch. because wild animals will come up to your porch, and that exposes us to rabies as well as our animals. So we want to be careful.
And just what are your thoughts on that in general? I mean, people see different pets or different animals outside and they think, oh, I want to help. Is that the best thing to do now?
I don't know. I'm a veterinarian, so I love animals, and I always want to help animals,
right.
But it's they're feeding them. I know their heart is good, and I don't want to say that's a bad thing. I just think some people don't think it through by putting the food up on their porch, because that can attract not only raccoons and skunks and opossums,
right.
but also black bear.
Right.
So it's
Things
not always the best
right at your
idea.
back door.
Exactly. So maybe do it out at the edge of the woods.
Absolutely. And I want to ask you about another illness while we have you here, the leptospirosis.
Leptospirosis is another bacterial disease, very common in late summer and early fall. Right now,
okay.
3 dogs contracted leptospirosis drinking out of a mud puddle. Lepto is harbored by wild animals, rats, opossum, raccoons. They urinate. Deer can have it. They urinate. The dogs go lap up the water. They say if you live anywhere within 2 miles of water, you're exposed to lepto. Well, that's
wow.
Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
we're a hotbed. So speak to your veterinarian about possibly getting a vaccine. If you have a dog, we do have a vaccine that protects them for that. And be aware of that can cause signs that can be transmitted to us too. That's another bug that we can get.
What would be the signs of that one to look for?
Again, they'll start to vomit, they'll get very ill, and some of them will even get kidney failure and liver failure. It can be treated, but it has to be detected early. And some go and get it and don't show any signs, and those are probably the most dangerous ones to us. So I like the vaccine for our dogs.
Well, it's so difficult to know when your dog is really sick too. I mean, they might eat something and get sick. I mean, they might just have an upset stomach. How do you know when you should go to the vet and get this looked at?
If it's persistent. Okay. If they vomit once, they're out chewing grass, I get that. You watch and see if they're doing it again. See if they're exhibiting the normal behavior. If they're not, it's time to see the vet.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr.
You're
Mike.
welcome.
Certainly a lot of worry goes with owning a pet, huh? Good advice from you.
Wash our hands.
There you go. There's the key. Well, thanks to Dr. Mike Hutchinson of Animal General in Cranberry and regular contributor on the Ask Dr. Mike segment right here on PTL.